All right, so we're gonna do a 5 second countdown to record. So five, four, three, two. So remember how I told you guys that about church memberships and the body of the Christ. So tonight's Wednesday, and I went to this church, and it's so funny to me. I went to this church, and the one that I typically go to, and y'all, I don't know. So I'm just flabbergasted. Like, I'm gonna tell you my genuine feelings and how I feel. I'm leaving it now. Okay, I just became a quote unquote member, and I'll run you the whole rundown. It's about to rain, right? So it's a Wednesday night. They're having a Bible study. So I called and asked. I texted. I've been emailing or whatever the.
You need a ride?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yes, I am. What's your name again, so I can jot it down and
It's
remember?
Janice.
Janice. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Thank you. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Okay, honey.
All right, baby. So I hate it when people call me honey. So this is what's up, right? So so I became a quote unquote member at this church. Now it's the Church of Christ, and I'm gonna say this just for people in general, that's real about. Oh, they don't. I guess they were the real ones. They actually went out of their way to see if they can give me a ride. But other people drove past me, ran me over, damn near, darn near run me over. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel. My spirits was low today, okay? Because usually my spirits are lifted up when I get out of the house during the day and I talk to people, whatever. But today I was like, I'm gonna focus on getting stuff in, and I don't know. It just wasn't a very. I did what I was supposed to do, but it just wasn't a very. I'm gonna go the long way around, which is stupid because it's raining. But I just don't want to go back right now, like directly, which is dumb because it's raining. So did I sell my soul? Is that what I just did? So y'all, the things that we do for acceptance, okay? Because as y'all know, in this journey of whatever I'm going through, I do trust in God with everything, right? But with this journey of whatever I'm going through, it's been real, And I told y'all in my last vlog that basically I was thinking about doing this. That basically what I recommend, and I do recommend this, is that if you are a person, you're single, you don't have any family, you don't have any whatever, right? Oh, ah, make sure, and the contention that I have with quote unquote joining churches, the contention that I have with joining churches, the contention that I have with joining churches is it doesn't, it's very, sell your soul type, and so just like when people take communion, they make sure that in their mind that they know that uh, that they know. Like for me, I'm so upset about it. But so anyhow, so I'm gonna tell you how everything went, tell you what stuff happened afterwards, and then we'll talk about everything. So, you know, I told you I wasn't getting anywhere, getting any assistance, getting any feedback, anything from anybody in regards to the church, you know. And so, um, oh, I'm so pissed off. So, I'm so mad. So, what happens is this. I'm sorry, but I didn't expect any less. But what makes me feel kind of feel bad about it is like I feel like I kind of sold my soul. Okay, so this is what happens, right? So, um, I still feel like that. I feel like I sold my soul, like I got raped or something. But what happens is, like I said, I need help. I do, and it's a shame that churches do not help you. They don't even acknowledge, recognize you. I told you the last time I came to this church, the man that actually did I had to be rebaptized. The man that actually did the service, um, the man that actually did the service, the baptism is the one that ran from me when the man asked him. Okay, so this is selling your soul. Let me tell you, because last time I came to church, like I said, I had an event that I was trying to put together. I'm so mad now. I'm so mad. I sold my soul. I did. Um, I sold my soul. And let me come back. So the man that I told y'all was supposed to be the master of maturity or whatever. He's not. Just it's so cultish. This whole this whole thing is so cultish. But um, and I should have put as far as work undisclosed. It's nobody's business what's on there. You know what I'm saying? I should have put that. But anyhow, so okay, and I have to look at it another way because I needed help. But I'm still not gonna get it. I'm still not gonna get it. So what happens is this, right? So I texted the transportation guy that I was talking to that was kind of giving me feedback. And this is so sad. You should not have to go through this to get assistance and that acknowledgement recognition from church, which again, they probably still won't recognize me. As a matter of fact, they probably drag me through the mud, you know? Um, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm very angry. I'm angry. Okay, but anyhow, so, but this is good because this is a learning experience. This is the first time that I've done this. Okay, first time. So, um, so yeah, so I see normally the man that's at the church that the man that's at the church that oh the man that was at the church. Remember that I told you he had a young spirit, and when I needed the shoes for work, I had gotten people's numbers, and that Sunday I had just came like after another church, and I went there, and I asked for, um, I said these are two things I need. I need help with this event that I'm trying to put together this weekend, and then two, I need shoes for this new job that I'm starting, right? And so then what ends up happening is, it's such a shame. Um, he calls me, he tells me to call him, whatever, and he's flirting, and I'm like, oh no, you know. And then he says, oh, and at first thinking it's all friendly conversation, and then he gets to the point where he's like really, really flirting, and I'm about to say something to me. And so then he's like, oh, well, let me call you back. And I just sent a text, and it's just like, these are just the two things I need. I need an answer, yes or no, on either this one. I know the first one, the event was no. The second one The second one, the shoes, he left it unclarified and then just tried to call me and was just like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, whatever. It's kind of called late. I don't need a phone call. Just answer the questions. You know what I'm saying? And he never did. So then, so then, right? So then the next thing in regards to it, the next thing in regards to it is, what's going on out here? So the next thing in regards to that is that then, I said forget it because then normally, like all of those people since I've been coming in have sat close up to the front, right? And so it's like a cult. I don't like it. I don't like this, and it's not gonna get me anywhere. So let me tell you the whole way that this happened. So I go. So then mostly everybody sits up to the front. And so I'm looking for it because I texted the transportation guy this morning. Not for transportation, but just because. Um, so I texted the transportation this morning, letting him know that, hey, none of these people responded back to anything that that I had to say about the event that I was going to put together. None of that. They didn't respond back to membership, anything, right? And so he says, well, next time I see you, I'll put you in contact with one of the elders. You see me every time, And so then when I go there, he's not sitting where he usually sits. The only reason that I know he's there, period, is because the minister calls him up to talk, okay, to pray. So there's a whole nother section I didn't even realize people sat in. Now, the last time I went to church was the time after that flirty guy had something to say to me. Um, and then he came later, and then in the back they said, did anybody want to make any confessions? Right? And so then he says he has sinned or whatever. And I don't know if he was talking about the way that he treated me or whatever. Right? So, what's really sad about this whole thing, but again, it's a learning experience. So now I know, because then they ask you for your employment, and I put down the art of good because that's what it is. And then I just put ALG. It's like, that sounds like it's made up. Man, I've been handing y'all them flyers since I got here, and what does it matter? I've been handing you the flyers since I got here. I emailed the church secretary, the wife of the person that's supposed to be, whoever to me today, today. And actually a couple of months ago. And I talked to her directly. You know, those people are so fake. And then him and okay, so what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna get twisted all in twisted all in that. But so anyhow, so then he goes to tell me that he barely spoke to me either when I came. And it's like everybody was running from me, including this Norwood guy, whoever. And and today he was civil. This man actually ran from me, right? I don't like it. I don't like it. So, but I don't know how I feel about this. I truly feel like, you know, I truly feel like it's a cult. Like, and you don't get into the cultish part into the back, And then, they asked me, but have I been baptized before? I'm like, yeah. I didn't need to go through all that again. Then they make you go somewhere and take off all of your clothes, including your underclothes. I don't know. I think that might be just a... And then they say congratulations like you won something. you know. Um, yeah, I think I did the wrong thing. I absolutely did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing to do. Cause, and then he says that him and this other person, it seems so fake. It's so fake. Oh my God, it's so fake. This other person, I said, I don't know any of these men. But since I've been coming to this church, they have been running, like, and then the last time I told you that one of the people told me intentionally to speak to this one guy. And then they're driving past me while it's raining, talking about some, oh, congratulations. What did I win? What did I win? I didn't win anything new. I didn't win anything different, except now you actually acknowledge that you see me when you drive past me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I just, yeah, I did the wrong thing. My spirit, regardless of whatever, I did the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. Because now my spirit is attached to that. My spirit is attached to that. That was the wrong thing. And it's just the audacity of it. The audacity. And then he's going to tell me, I see you on Sunday. No, you won't. You'll see me on next Wednesday. I've never been coming on Sundays. I'm not coming on Sundays. I'm working on Sundays. What? What? And then afterwards, they bring this lady to me, right? And she looked like the witch doctor of Satan himself. And she says, well, what type of work do you do? You know? And I told her that I have a small nonprofit that I'm trying to get off of the ground. And she says, oh, I have a bakery. And then she says real slyly, do you want to work there? And I was just like, well, no, but where's your bakery at? She says it's in her Hira. And so she's getting information. Basically, she's saying, you're indigent. I know that you're indigent, and I'm going to pull it out. And so she says, it's in her Hira. And I said, well, that's far. And she said, no, it's only 10, 15 miles from here. And I said, well, I don't drive. And that's what she was trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I don't know this woman's name. And then this woman, Joy, is the one that turned around, that's actually from Orlando and's been here the same amount of time that I have to retire with her husband. She turns around and she didn't say nothing to me. I think she didn't say anything to me because she's friends with the other guy, the brother Eddie guy. She's friends with him, and she was here the day that I got his number, and no telling what he said. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, now, and then they took a picture of me. Who knows what they're going to do with this picture? No, like, I just, that was the whole, and Brother Steve is the only one that I really trust. Like I said, I emailed him, he didn't say anything back, and he barely spoke to me today, kept his head down. So I'm going to have a chat, with him, and I don't think he's ready to handle that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, These people, I can't believe that. They made you take off all of your clothes. And then I had to get in the water with this man that was Satan himself because just the past Wednesday, he was running from me. Just the past Wednesday, he's running from me, you know? So, I mean, how hypocritical, you know? How hypocritical is that? How hypocritical is it? How hypocritical is it? How hypocritical is it? How hypocritical is it? And then I signed up for that. But see, I haven't done that in a while. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. That was just ridiculous. And then he said, "Who asked for baptism?" I didn't ask for no dang on baptism. I didn't ask for no baptism. I didn't ask for a baptism. That's a bunch. That's a crock full of. And there's no way that I'm gonna be able to write that. You know what I'm saying? And then I have a whole nother week in between times. No. And I need to find out who are the people that are supposed to be the support people, because I don't want him to be. I'll you don't even have access to him. I'm like, what is going on here? There's a huge truck driving over the sidewalk. I'm like, what the hell is people doing? My goodness, but I'm so mad. But I'm definitely, if he answers the phone, I'm gonna call Brother Sweet when I get back. See, this is like a whole big. It feels like a big cult to me. And then they know that just last Wednesday, this man was running from me, and now he's pretending like he's, oh, and acting like it's all good. It's not all good. I'm about to tell the truth. Oh Lord, I I'm just flabbergasted by the fakery, and I was part of that fakery. I was part of it because I didn't know what the process was and what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the process was and what was going on. I didn't know. I didn't know. And then one of the ladies is musty. Really, really musty. She's musty. I so, I just, I can't. I just, and I'm mad at myself because I didn't know they were gonna get that in depth, and I don't think it had to be. They're also liars, 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 liars. I can't. Liars. Because that man lied and said that I asked to be. I didn't ask to be baptized. I told him actually that I was already baptized. I didn't need to be rebaptized and all that. I just, that church is full of liars. I can't, but most of them are. That's why I don't. And then he's saying him and this other dude that he knows really, really hates me. I don't know these people at all, so I don't know why they do, but it's pretty obvious. So that means that they will capture information, tell lies, and put it out. So I don't know. I'm good. How are you? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you belong to any churches?
Ma'am,
Do you belong to any churches?
I go to church. I don't belong to none.
And do you intentionally not belong to a church like for a reason?
No.
You just don't. What prevents you from belonging to a church? And if it's getting too deep, you could say, "Ma'am, I don't have anything else to
Man, I
say."
don't have anything else to say.
Okay,
Thank you.
but man, and see that's the way that I am. I just go, but as far as joining, it's and that's the man that lives on the street that usually has the Christmas things. He doesn't like me either, and typically, like he'll go through a spell of not speaking. I think, and that's after like maybe something. But then once in a while, like for the past few times when he's seen me, he speak, right? But I just feel so. I don't. I shouldn't have did that. But I did. I should have did it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, what they did to my face was they called me a liar to my face. They were trying to gain more information about my job to my face, and I've been emailing and giving out my flyers to any and anybody that can take it. And so obviously, while I was getting baptized, they were talking trash while I was getting baptized. And I didn't request the baptism. I didn't request it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense to me. I didn't request it, but he's saying that I requested it, but I did not. What I should have said was, Minister Butler, you can talk to me privately and ask me these questions because right now, he's asking questions. This guy's answering them for me. I'm in such a shock because of everything that happened that I'm not really saying too much because you would be in shock too. You go to a Bible study, next thing you know, you take all of your you you have to take off all of your clothes. Who does a baptism on a Wednesday night? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. Like the whole thing is just weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I just and I feel like I sold my soul. I really feel like I sold my soul. I feel like I did. I feel like I really did. Like, and so, but I have Minister Butler's email, and I and I will email him. You know, I'll email him. My thoughts on the whole thing. That. It just don't make sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And maybe I shouldn't email because I want it so that everybody knows, not just him. You know. Oh, that felt awful. That was the most awful feeling ever. It felt like I was in some plan. I really felt like I was in some plan. I mean, it was an awful feeling. I didn't like it. And then in other news, earlier today, um, there was somebody on site at the property. Um, and at first I thought, well, it's this person, but if it's that person, they would have left a note. But they didn't. But then it could have been this other person, and I don't know exactly sure um, how they got my address, but I found something in the mailbox from this person already. It's just weird, like everything. I found something in my mailbox from that person, and I had texted when I was gaining, information. Um, it's awful, awful. I don't even know how to say it. It's just so awful. But let me see if I can try to put it into words. But yeah, when I was gaining information, so I just, it's just, I'm flabbergasted. But I've done it now. So, the thing is to put the truth out there. I'm not real sure how. Um, like I said, I would have to wait a whole nother week for whoever that Joyce lady was and whoever that lady that, the Addie lady, put in my face, whoever that was, you know. So that's the most horrible experience ever. I mean, like literally, oh, people got their Christmas lights up. That was the most horrible experience ever. And I put myself in that situation. I put myself in that situation, but it was for a purpose. So I still recommend it, but I don't think I handle it well. I still recommend that you still join the church just for the help and the benefits. But again, it's not guaranteed that they will give those to you. And then in addition to that, um, I would advise you don't have to put all that information. They don't need to know. They don't need to know. You know, they don't need to know your information. You know, they don't need to know. It's not needed. That's not part of, what needs to be done. What needs to be known. I'm just like, I'm so done. But I am gonna call this man. I haven't called him previously, but I'm gonna call him now. And it's late, but I'm still gonna call him. And he's probably not gonna answer because it's late, and he's gonna be like on his way home, and he lives a little bit further.